Hello and welcome to Salt Lake City Station. Today we're heading east on Amtrak's California Zephyr, taking the midnight train going anywhere. And by anywhere, I mean Denver. The California Zephyr is one of Amtrak's most legendary routes, stretching from Chicago to the San Francisco Bay. Tonight we're boarding in Salt Lake City for the eastbound run to Denver, a journey that begins under the stars and carries us through the sunrise in Utah and deep into the Colorado Rockies. From quiet desert nights to canyon walls glowing in the morning light, this is one of the most scenic rides in America. So come with me as we climb aboard Amtrak's California Zephyr and cross the Rockies on one of Amtrak's most beautiful rides. Our journey begins in the dead of night here in Salt Lake City. Amtrak's California Zephyr is scheduled to arrive in the capital city at 2:55 a.m. and depart at 3:20 a.m., which means we're here at an eye-watering 2:30 a.m. The Amtrak facility here in Salt Lake City is a single quiet building with a few rows of chairs, a ticket desk, and bathrooms, but little else. It feels more like a waiting area at the DMV than a train station, but it's a covered building, and when the snow begins to fall in the later months, that's more than enough. Beyond the unassuming Amtrak station is Salt Lake City Central Station, home to the Frontrunner commuter service. The service connects Salt Lake City with Ogden in the north and Provo in the south. The peaceful calm of the summer night is broken by the horn of our approaching train. Two headlights appear at the end of the platforms, and in pulls Train 6, Amtrak's California Zephyr. We're traveling today in car 640, room 22 for today's trip. Heading to the front of the train, we climb aboard and head to our room. The beds are already laid out when we board, as are a couple of mints, allowing us to get to sleep as soon as possible. Crew change and refuel complete, the California Zephyr begins to roll east towards the Rockies. Despite the late night, we're up bright and early to catch the sunrise over eastern Utah. It's a little before 7 a.m. and the sky is just beginning to turn a beautiful shade of orange. And what better place to enjoy the sunrise than in the observation car? Amtrak's Sightseer lounge cars laid out with a combination of sideways-facing seats and swivel seats on one half, with tables on the other. The large panoramic windows wrap up onto the ceiling, providing optimal viewing angles from any seat. Plus, with cocktail tables between the seats and outlets and footrests along the walls, it's a great place to relax and enjoy the ride. And with the sun now up, it's back to our room for another couple hours of sleep. We're awake once again as we cruise through eastern Utah. Heading down to the dining car, we just barely make the last call for breakfast. Breakfast is seated on a first-come, first-served basis and is served from 6:30 to 9:30 a.m. Amtrak's dining cars are communal seating, so expect to be seated with your fellow passengers, especially in the busy season. Amtrak offers 5 choices for breakfast, of which I went with the scrambled eggs. Our scrambled eggs come served with a side of roasted potatoes, bacon, and a warm croissant, with coffee and orange juice to drink. It's a filling and tasty way to start the day, though the food only gets better from here. If the coffee in the dining car wasn't enough, then you need look no further than the drinks station at the center of each sleeper. Fresh coffee is brewed every morning, with bottled water and the occasional juice available throughout the journey. Fresh coffee in hand, we retire to our roomette to enjoy the stunning landscapes of the Ruby Canyon. Our entry into the canyon is followed quickly by the border with Colorado, though there's little more than a small sign to welcome us into the state. Leaving Ruby Canyon, the California Zephyr bolts down Highway 50 into Grand Junction, our first fresh air break for today. The horn rings out and we climb back aboard, refreshed and ready to continue our journey. Departing Grand Junction, we head to the rear of the train to enjoy the Colorado River and the stunning canyon around us. And while we're at the rear of the train, it's worth taking a look at Coach Class on Amtrak's long-distance trains. Coach Class is operated in a 2x2, with the seats here sporting Amtrak's updated long-distance upholstery. Each coach seat offers a ton of legroom with almost 2.5 feet of space. A footrest folds down from the seat back, as does a tray table, a seat back pocket found beneath. Reading lights are found in the ceiling, with power points built into the wall. Seat adjustability is paramount to a comfortable ride. Amtrak's long-distance coach seats allow passengers to adjust both the seat recline angle and a supportive leg rest. The upper lever beside each seat controls the seat back, the lower for the leg rest. Coach seats recline considerably far, with the leg rest pulled up into one of the many ratcheting settings. At maximum recline and leg angle, the seats are transformed into a very comfortable lounge chair, perfect for enjoying the passing scenery. While smaller bags can be stored at your feet, luggage racks are located above both sides of the train, with larger racks found on the bottom floor. Coach Class is a great way to travel on Amtrak. The comfortable seats combined with the low prices makes this one of the most cost-effective ways to see the country. Back in the lounge car, we settle in to enjoy the views of the Colorado River. The surrounding canyon parts briefly as we pull into Glenwood Springs, the second fresh air break on our journey to Denver. You may remember from a previous video, but Glenwood Springs is also the only stop for Rocky Mountaineers Rockies to Red Rocks. Here, passengers of the Rockies to Red Rocks stay the night, the train only running during the day to ensure daylight at all hours of the adventure. We had the privilege of riding on the Rockies to Red Rocks courtesy of Rocky Mountaineer. The journey was incredible and I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. The first call for lunch is made as we re-enter Glenwood Canyon. The dining car attendant is quick to take our order, our choice of a patty melt served soon after. The patty melt looks and tastes delicious. The sandwich of burger, Swiss cheese, and caramelized onions, all served between 2 slices of sourdough bread, is an excellent and filling meal. And for dessert, nothing is better than the classic butter cake. The scenery is absolutely stunning as we pass through the Glenwood Canyon. The mix of high rocky cliffs painted with rust and light shading of shrubbery makes for a gorgeous backdrop for the California Zephyr. We turn north through Dotsero to head through Burns Canyon, the red sandstone slowly transitioning to gray as we head up the Colorado River. Whitewater rafting is frequently enjoyed along the Colorado River, but with the rafters comes a rather unpleasant sight, the Colorado Salute. The gesture involves exposing one's behind to passing trains, and it's been a common sight since the railways have been around. But what is a pleasant sight is a bald eagle and the stunning scenery beyond. With a gap between the canyons, let's take a look at our sleeper roomette. This is one of Amtrak's roomettes, the smallest private accommodation on board. The 6.5 by 3.5 foot or 200 by 100 centimeter room includes 2 bunks with enough space for 2 adults comfortably or 1 adult very comfortably. During the day, roomettes include 2 large seats with 2 bunks at night. Both seats are very comfortable with plenty of cushioning on the back and bottom and can recline using the bar beneath. The forward seat includes a reading light, temperature dial, and the room's singular outlet. Yes, you heard that right, this is the room's only outlet, so be sure to bring a power splitter of some kind when traveling with multiple people. The rearward seat also includes a reading light, the room's light controls, and the attendant call button. In the center of the window, you'll find the room's tray table, safety information card, and complimentary water bottles. Each roomette includes 2 large windows for some incredible views of the scenery outside, though curtains can be drawn shut when needed. Hand towels, coat hangers, and a bit of storage are all found beside the forward seat, the rearward hosting the stairs to the top bunk in the same space. Folding out the top bunk, passengers will find bedding for the lower bunk and blankets for both passengers, the bunk itself including a reading light and pocket for personal belongings. While the roomette is compact, it strikes a great balance between privacy and comfort. The beds are just big enough to sleep comfortably, and it keeps the cost reasonable for longer trips. And speaking of cost, for our journey from Salt Lake City to Denver, I paid just $560 for 2 passengers, which is more than reasonable for the room itself, the 3 meals, and the stunning sights between the 2 cities. Now, while our roomette provides a comfortable place to sleep, there's no bathroom or shower. Roomette passengers are instead provided communal facilities throughout the car. A combination bathroom and shower can be found on the upper level of our transition sleeper, with the remaining 3 bathrooms on the lower level. The bathroom is cramped but functional. There's a toilet, sink, and lackluster vanity, though there's next to no space to move around in, let alone change when taking a shower. Speaking of, the shower stall is very basic. There's a detachable shower head with adjustable temperature controls, but that's about it. It's far from luxurious, especially considering the prices on Amtrak's long-distance services, though Amtrak is looking to replace the entire Superliner fleet, so hopefully we'll see something much nicer in the coming years. Rain begins to fall as we pass through Hot Sulphur Springs. It starts as a light drizzle before turning into a full-on rain, the windows of the observation car a mess of droplets. Fortunately, it's a small cell. The rain all but passed as we pull into Fraser Winter Park for our 3rd and final fresh air break on the Zephyr. The peaks of the Continental Divide lie ahead, our train ready to push on towards Denver. Winter Park is the last thing we see on the western side of the divide before entering Moffett Tunnel. The 6.2-mile long tunnel connects the eastern and western United States, providing a direct route from Denver to the west. This insane feat of engineering took 5 years to complete, with the first train passing through the tunnel in February of 1928. The tunnel replaced the first route over the Continental Divide, the 23-mile-long Rawlins Pass, and cut travel times from 5.5 hours down to just 13 minutes. We emerge from the tunnel right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. It's nothing but high peaks all around us, the dense tree line accentuated by the snow-capped mountains high above. Our final meal on the California Zephyr is, of course, dinner, but it's dinner with a view. And the Rocky Mountains provide just that as we get seated in the dining car. Through the trees, we spot the Gross Reservoir Dam. Completed in 1954, the dam holds back an immense 13.6 billion gallons of water, which provides water to the city of Denver and the Great Plains beyond. Dinner on Amtrak is a 3-course meal with an appetizer, main, and dessert. To start, I went with the mixed green salad topped with a wheel of brie cheese in either balsamic or ranch dressing. This is followed by our main course, Amtrak's signature flat iron steak, The steak is cooked to order, served with a port wine sauce, a side of mashed potatoes, and mixed veggies. I've never had a bad experience with the steak, and today is no exception. As we work our way through the main course, the Rocky Mountains serve up an entirely different kind of entree, one fit only for the eyes and the soul. Our descent from the mountains begins sooner than anyone would like, our train entering the tunnel district of the Moffat subdivision. The 13-mile tunnel district contains 30 tunnels up to the Continental Divide, with Moffat Tunnel at one end and the Plains of Colorado at the other. Last but certainly not least for dinner is dessert. The chocolate spoon cake was calling my name today, the slice served with a drizzle of chocolate sauce and a dollop of whipped cream. It's super rich, a heavy chocolate mousse sandwiched between 2 layers of cake, and it's exactly what I needed to cap off the final meal on this amazing journey. Our descent from the Rockies culminates in our passage of Big Ten Curve. Designed by David Moffat in 1902, Big Ten Curve and the surrounding track are a part of Moffat's rail line connecting Denver to Salt Lake City through the Rocky Mountains. The immense curves of the rail line here add mileage to the route, allowing the rail line to remain at or below a 2% gradient, sitting just below the standard maximum of 2.2% for mainline railroads. Denver's urban landscape surrounds us as we approach the city center. With Denver now well in sight, our train pulls to a stop just shy of the station. Because Denver is a stub-end terminus, the Zephyr must make a U-turn before backing into the station. Switch flipped, our engineer puts it in reverse and backs us down into Denver Union Station. And with our adventure now at an end, it's time to bring today's video to a close. I know this video is a little on the older side, but it was still a really fun adventure, and I just had to turn it into a video. Anyways, next week we're heading to Switzerland for a ride on the Golden Pass Express. Switzerland is full of stunning train journeys, and the Golden Pass Express is among the best of the best. From a luxurious onboard experience to the endless grandeur of the Swiss Alps, this journey has everything. And it's all capped off by a feat of engineering the likes of which few else get to experience. So tune in next week as we climb aboard the Golden Pass Express through the Alps. Anyways, if you're new around here, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. It's totally free and it really helps support the channel. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my loyal patrons and members. Y'all are amazing and your incredible generosity is greatly appreciated. If you too want your name in the video or just want to support the channel in more ways than one, then head on over to the links in the description below. But anyways, that's all I have for today. Thanks for riding with me, and I'll see you in the next one.